steal. 5 seconds left in the half. Upstairs. That's the Celtics we were promised. Get the steal, run the floor, 70 points in the first half.
All right, Josh Minot with that alley-oop give the Celtics a 10-point lead at the half. They pile it on in the second half, get a 29-point win over the Washington Wizards. What's happening, Tom Giles, Chris Forsberg, Eddie House with you here on Celtics Postgame Live. Josh Minot with a career-high 21 points, all 5 starters in double figures. Eddie, what did you like particularly about the Celtics and their response after falling behind early?
Well, you said it right there, all 5 in double figures, and you had Simons coming in, giving you 18. I like the way that Walsh had a lot of energy. I got some notes down here, so that's why I keep looking down. I like the way that Walsh came in and gave us a lot of energy, rebounding the basketball the way he did, playing with pace and playing with strength and being physical, level of physicality. But then also, when was the last time we had 31 assists?
Been a while.
We had 31 assists and only 7 turnovers. And usually that's a recipe for success for this team. That's been the recipe for success for this team for like the last 2 to 3 years. And so I think the efficiency also, I mean, we could go on and on about this game right here. In particular, we just got to carry it over to the game in Orlando and then play Orlando again and do it again and just keep doing it over and over and over again. The efficiency of Jaylen Brown, Kata, and Minot was off the charts to me. So
yeah, this was just what the doctor ordered, right? Just what the doctor ordered. Everyone walks away from this feeling good. So many good habits they can build off of. And it wasn't 48, but, well, 36. And so you spot them an 11-point lead after one. You outscore them by 40 the rest of the way. I think you found a few things. You know, Jordan Walsh will probably get more opportunity moving forward. You went small, Minot as a center in the Garza-less second unit. It feels like you can build off of this. Now, it was the Wizards on the other side. Not going to get too high, not going to get too low. But there is some stuff you can bottle up here. And chief among them, your superstar JB goes out there and puts up a historic stat line. So everyone walks away from this feeling a lot better than we did the other night against Utah.
And the Celtics did a much better job of rebounding the basketball after that first quarter in particular. And you brought up his name, Jaylen Brown. What a night he had once again. 35 points in 25 minutes for Jaylen Brown. He's standing by with Abby Chin.
Jaylen, you had 35, 5, and 5 in 26 minutes. That's only been done 5 times in the NBA.
6 minutes?
26 minutes.
I got to talk to Sam about that, man.
It's a little more than 25. My point is, you knew the energy needed to shift after that loss to Utah. What did you do to make that happen?
Yeah, we just needed to come out a little bit more focused. We got off to a slow start, you know what I mean? But we just got to come out and play basketball at the end of the day. You know, we got to come out like we're ready to fight. And when we do that, we'll be all right. But at times, it's going to take a little bit more effort.
This turned into a different game after that first quarter. What shifted defensively?
I think just something, I don't know, like it's just something, I think a shot or two went down. I think Josh made a couple threes, and I think that reinvigorated everybody because it seemed like defensively we kind of, after he made those first 2 threes, it kind of like switched on. But whether the ball goes in or not, we got to be ready to play.
Josh had a career high tonight. What kind of energy has he brought to this group?
He's been great. We're going to need him all season long. So just trying to get him to be consistent, keep his confidence right, and just keep having him learn amongst each and every game. So that's the most important thing, is just learning as we continue to go forward.
And now, as we got our first Geno time of the season, how do you guys build on this momentum?
Just take it into Orlando, take it one game at a time. That's it. That's all we can do.
Jaylen, thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, Al.
As Jaylen alluded to, Celtics heading to Orlando for a couple games down there. We got Drew and Scal, who will also be heading down to Orlando. But, fellas, 29-point win tonight. They fell behind by 11 after the first quarter. But the response after that, your thoughts on what you saw the final 3 quarters?
Yeah, Giles, it's amazing how different the Celtics looked after that first quarter, Scal. To you, what was the biggest change they made?
I mean, I know when Pritchard came back in, there was some energy. Jaylen Brown took over a little bit, started getting going. Our defense wasn't great the first quarter. I thought Sarr had a really good game, and he was like kind of dominating, knocking down threes, going to the basket. But for the Celtics, they have to find their identity. They're going to be a hard-playing team, an energy team. And I've mentioned it in the broadcast, we got to become a better passing team. Tonight, I thought we were a better passing team. Good cuts, good spacing. I think a lot of that stuff happened, but it always goes back to the defense. Once we started to guard, then things changed.
Yeah, 30-plus assists for the Celtics tonight, which is a category they've been toward the bottom of the league in so far this season. You know, Jaylen Brown calls himself the energy shifter, and he's doing that. He's really the energy starter and the tone setter for this team. And it's clear, I think, that he's taken that on his shoulders and saying, I need to be the guy at the head of the snake.
And it does seem like the rest of the guys will follow. So it's not just Jaylen Brown saying, hey, I got to pick and choose when I go. When he goes, everyone follows. And Joe Mazzulla's doing a good job with Jaylen Brown. He's putting him all over the floor. In the corner, dribble handoffs, screens, pin downs. You know, he's not just like bouncing the ball and everyone's watching him. They're getting him on the move, and he's really been unstoppable with that. And he's really embracing that mid-range jumper.
Yeah, Joe doing a good job getting him in spots, but Jaylen wants a word, it sounds like, with Sam Cassell, because he's not playing enough minutes. I think he wanted a 50 ball tonight.
No, Abby should have set him up. Like, the only person that did it better than you was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So you're like second on the list of Jordan.
That gives him something to strive for.
Yeah, I mean, that's work. 35, 5, and 5 in 26 minutes. It's 25-52, by the way. That's work.
Yeah, he was unbelievable tonight, Giles. Unstoppable, undeniable, huge one for the Celtics. I know it's the Wizards, but in terms of the vibes and the momentum, this was a big one. So we will look forward to Orlando.
All right, thank you so much, fellas. Yeah, Jaylen Brown, you see the note at the bottom of the screen there from Dick Light. First Celtic to put up that stat line in less than 30 minutes of work. 136-107, your final scores. They get to 4-5 on the season. Quick break. We're back with more.